Hello to all my people, and if you're watching live, checking us out on YouTube, or listening on your favorite podcast provider, you are most definitely my people. Welcome to another episode of Botched, Bots, and Chair Shots. I am your host, a chef by trade and a mark by choice. I am the Will Gray, and joining me tonight is the First Lady of Prolific Wresting, the Queen of the Lariat, a reigning and defending champion, Ms. What That Lariat Do. She is Ruthless LaLa. Thanks for coming on and chat about some wrestling. How are you?
Yo, thank you for having me. I always get choked up when y'all, every time y'all say First Lady of Prolific, I'll be like, that's me.
It gets in that moment. And
it gets in the zone, man. You know what? Hold on. Let me put because I can't find my other hoodie. And legitimately, I don't want to look like just like a champ. You know what? All right, I gotta put somebody over while I'm doing this. So what better way to do it? All right. We in this bitch. Let's go.
All right, let's roll with it, okay? I was saying right before I hit the record button, I always kind of start these the same way. It's a general kind of icebreaker question. I grew up in the American Southeast, Nashville, late 80s, early 90s, end of the NWA era, birth of WCW, kind of cut my teeth, teenager is the Attitude Era. What did you grow up watching? What were some of your earliest exposures in wrestling?
WWE, WWF, WCW, Glow. Was it just Glow back in the day? I could have sworn it was Glow and it was WoW. No, it was just Glow.
I remember both at one point, whether or not they coincide.
Okay, so I'll make sure I wasn't tripping.
Yeah,
because I always liked the chicks that came out that looked like they was from prison. Those are all I'm mad that I can't remember their fucking name. I'm so upset right now. But yo, I used to tune in for that along. I'm like, yo, somebody about to catch these hands. But the first thing that I'd ever got into as far as wrestling wise, it was WWF. And then after WWF, WCW, Glow, the Indies, everything just started coming in like a river. You know what I mean? So that's where I first started at. It was WWF. Literally in that order: WWF, WCW, Glow, Japan, Indies, everything just started hitting. Ring of Honor, Dragon Gate, just hitting.
WWE is like that gateway drug for wrestling promotions, especially if you grow up and you don't have a lot of here in Tennessee. I've always said that there's an outlaw promotion in every one horse town. You know what I mean? You want to see indie wrestling, just go to the next town over. There's going to be an indie promotion. And
there's always an indie promotion everywhere.
Everywhere. And a lot of people who don't grow up lucky enough in that area, like I said, in Nashville, the Jackson, Memphis area, hotbed for indie wrestling. I wrestled there. Yeah.
I stayed in Tennessee for, I believe, 3 years. And I wrestled everywhere. Knoxville, Clarksville, Memphis, Nashville, Murfreesboro, Manchester, Tullahoma.
Oh, that's all right here. I'm in Murfreesboro right now, so it's all in that middle Tennessee area. When I was looking over your resume, I saw some action wrestling. That's Chattanooga, the Atlanta area. I was like, she's been all over the place. Yeah.
TWE, Jaden Newman, that's my nephew. That's my wrestling nephew. I love him to death. Him and his amazing wife Cheyenne, I love those two. Those are I only have 2 kids, but I consider them my other, they're my niece and my nephew, but they're kind of like my kids at the same time because I've seen them grow up. So it's I've had a pleasure and the honor of wrestling at TWE. I'm actually trying to work on going back there. I've also wrestled for Crux. Actually, me and Carrie Awful has unfinished business. Right now, my lariats are undefeated with knocking his fucking head off.
Carrie's an alumni of the show. He's been on here too.
Yeah. Carrie, if you're watching, next time I see you, I'm gonna knock your fucking head off. All right, it's so good to see you. Love you. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, bye. All right.
All right, so let's kind of get into the training side of it. This is kind of everybody's origin story, so to speak. When you were like, okay, I'm going to do it. I want to be a pro wrestler. What was it like deciding on how to get into it, training-wise, going to a school, not going to a school? It seems like everybody has such a unique story on that part of the process. What was that process like for you when you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. Here we go.
Finding a school wasn't hard at all. Trying to get my mother to allow me to do it was the other one.
It's also something I hear rather often.
For anybody who don't know, I'm the only child on my mother's side. And on top of it, I'm a preacher's kid because my mom's a minister. I also used to be a youth minister way back when, in my churchy days. So I led a very sheltered life. A lot of the things that other people got to do, I didn't get to do. So when I first came upon wrestling, I was like, oh shit, what is this? And I kept watching it and I just got into it more and I got into it more. And I was like, yo, Ma, remember when I told you I was going to be a doctor? Bump that. I'm going to be a wrestler. Oh, she was, oh my.
I was way off. Way off. That's a 180-degree jump. That's the opposite ends of the spectrum.
She was mad. Like, she was like, no, you're not going to do it. And and I was like, all right, bet. And so my first job actually was Six Flags. After Six Flags, it was the DFW airport. And after that, I started stacking my money back. And I was like, yo, I want my own independence. You know, like, I'm tired of being so sheltered. Like, I get it, but I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? So legitimately, first paycheck, I went, got my own phone. My mom was mad as hell about that. Oh, she was not happy. Like, oh, yo, back in the day, you got independence. That was automatically disrespectful. I don't understand. Like, I understand parenting, but to a certain extent, I don't understand parenting when it comes to that. And like, while I was still younger during that time, around the age of 14, 13 going into 14, I met an old friend of mine that I was going to school with. Her name was Heather. And her and her mother did concession stands at a place called Professional Championship Wrestling in Arlington, Texas. It was in the Six Flags Mall at the time. The owner is Mike Bussey. So when I heard wrestling at school, I was like, can I go with you? Yo, I want to go to help. So from the age of 14 until I actually got into wrestling, which right out of high school, 03, I graduated early and I went straight into wrestling. Before then, I was doing nothing but just paying my dues. That's when I met Jazz and I met Rodney Mack when I was 13, 14 years old. And I've known them ever since. They've literally been family to me. You know, I've had the pleasure of traveling with them. I've had the pleasure of working Jazz before she retired, you know, like working for their company that they had. Like, I love them very much. And, you know, me being under them and just learning and them giving knowledge, you know, is something that was also very instrumental to my wrestling career, because the women that I saw that I looked up to was Jazz, was Awesome Kong, was, you know, black women. You feel me? I see somebody like me, so I know if I see them, yo, it's possible for me to be a professional wrestler. Like, you can't tell me no. You know what I mean? And that's where it started at, man. And once I hit 18, it was kind of like that. My mom couldn't tell me what to do anymore because I'm 18. Like, you know, and phone, car, put down my first down payment for wrestling. And
You're just going against the grain in every aspect possible.
Like, defiant as fuck. And so, yo, it's crazy because it's like, when I set my mind to something that I want to do, I do it. And that's one thing I want to do. I just want to be a wrestler. Like, just seeing how the wrestlers captivated the fans and how they were just on the edge of their seats. Like, oh, I was like, yo, I can do this. Like, this is me. I can entertain. I can beat the shit out of my coworkers and not get fired for it and get paid.
Everybody's dream. Everybody's dream.
I started, man. And when I started, I used to come home hurting. My mom didn't give no fucks. She did, but she didn't. I come home and I'd be like, oh, I want to hear it. You the one that want to do it. Like, oh, my mom was, my mom, I love my mother so much. Without her support, I wouldn't even be where I'm at now. But after looking now, my mom was a true heel before I became who I am. Like, she was just like, you wouldn't been hurt if you would have went and got it. I was like, wow. Wow, Mom. Wow. So that's when I knew I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I caught myself monologuing and I had to bring it back. I was having an Incredibles moment. I started monologuing. You got me monologuing, you sly dog, you.
Oh, just wait. Just wait. When we keep going, you'll see it at the end of it. You'll be like, this motherfucker right here got me talking. Just so.
Here's the thing. If you asked my best friend, if you asked Isaiah what one of my traits, she can't shut the fuck up. I am a talker. Like, I love talking, but then sometimes I try to catch myself because I know that I have the tendency to talk too much. You feel me? Because, like, if I get passionate about something, I'll start talking, I'll monologue, I'll forget, and I'll be like, yeah, but you know what? I'm so sorry. You know what? Let me shut the fuck up. Because I was just like, you know what? I interrupted you. Like, can you find in your heart to forgive me? Like, I am sorry. And they'd be like, are you good? You was in the zone. I was like,
This is the best part about this job, is because literally I tell you guys I'm going to shoot to only use 20 or 30 minutes of your time. If you choose to talk for an hour, that's on you. This is one of my favorite questions. Yeah, it's loopholes. See, it's journalism. There's always a loophole for everything we do. This is one of my favorite questions I've started asking recently.
Let's go.
All right, if you could go back night 1, match 1, go back to little baby rookie LaLa, what advice would you give her on night 1 now? After all your experience, everywhere you've been, everybody you've worked with and wrestled, the various territories, the gold you've held, night 1, match 1, what advice would you give her now?
Yo. Stay strong. There's going to be a lot of people that come to you and proceed to be your friend and proceed to give a fuck about you, but in the end, they don't. They are literally using you for what they can, and then when you're no more use to them, they're going to throw you under the bus, make themselves look like the victim, and not take accountability and blame everything on you. When that happens, don't shut down. Don't feel like that everybody that has hurt you, that applies to the world. Stand your ground. Don't let nobody punk you. Stand up for yourself and stand up for what you believe in. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And make sure every individual you fight, you beat the fuck out of them. And just it would be a listen more with your eyes than you do with your heart. And that would have been something that I understood, because me being 38 years old now, like, I massively understand what that means. I'm well aware that everything is a learning experience. You feel me? Life is a learning experience. Relationships is a learning experience. Friendships is a learning experience. Bonds, it's a learning experience. Work, brotherhood, partnership, everything we do in life is a learning experience. And I know that you have to go through things that a lot of people that can't go through to make you better than what you are. And if I go back, would I do it all over again? Yes, but I would have some little clip notes, you feel me, to help me with some of those things that I wish I could have handled better now than what I did back then. You feel me? But shit happens. People make mistakes. You just gotta learn from it and keep pushing, man.
That perfect answer. You don't really know what to expect when you ask a question like that. But like, when I listen to your explanation, I'm like, okay, she got what I was looking for. Like, nailed it on the head. It makes my job so easy. Let's start looking at your career a little bit. One of the things that you're absolutely renowned for on the indies is the fact that your lariat knows no bounds. Man, woman, otherwise, it's free for all. Anarchy Championship Wrestling, throughout your career, not just Anarchy, but just about everywhere you've worked, you've spent a lot of time in the ring working intergender matches. Have you always been comfortable working men, working women, just comfortable in the ring?
No, yes, and no. I'm a preacher's kid that led a very sheltered life, that is a tomboy. Massive tomboy. You catching me in a dress and dolled up is not very likely. Even where I'm at now in my life, it's not very likely. And if you see me pull out, you better believe
something's up then,
I'm
right?
coming to shut some shit down. You feel me? Or just if I'm feeling myself and I woke up like, you know what?
Today's the day.
You know what? Just let me swing my hair. Just, you know what? We gonna rock it. We gonna rock it. Just so damn it, I forgot the question.
Intergender wrestling. You have you always been comfortable men versus women or otherwise?
I feel like equal rights, equal fights.
I
This
love
is
that.
and like this comes from my mother, because the one thing my mother told me, she's like, oh, I love my mom. She'll say, I don't send you to school to fight, but I don't send you to school to get beat up. So if somebody hits you, you got the right to knock the fire out of them. And I was like, yo, like if I hit somebody, is fire gonna really come out? Like, is that how the human body
to
works?
find out a little bit, right?
Like I was a little bit curious to find out, and that's why even today, do I condone a man just walking up to a woman and fucking hitting her? No, not at all. But I have a son and I have a daughter, and I tell my daughter all the time, treat everybody how you want to be treated. Don't go and put your hands on somebody if you're not ready for the consequences that come. For every reaction, there's a consequence. And for me, I tell my son, you don't put your hands on a woman. But at the same time, I don't want you to sit there and just let a woman beat on you. Like, that ain't how I rock. Now, I'm not telling you to Millie rock this bitch, but I'm telling you to hit her enough to get the fuck out and get in your car and leave. Like there's always you feel me? So like, I feel like that the day a woman puts herself in a man's place, that has something to do with me. That's her problem. You feel me? And that's how I feel about wrestling. Like, nobody made me want to get into intergender. You feel me? Nobody held a gun to my head and say, hey, yo, motherfucker, you better sit up here. You better start wrestling guys. Wrestle him. Do it now. Get to the chopper. So one of the things that I'm notorious for, I guess you could say, I don't even know if I use that word in the right. We're going to see. Women are scared to wrestle me. They are massively fucking intimidated. They don't like wrestling me. And it's fine. At first, it used to really bother me. I used to get really bent out of shape about it because, all I ever wanted to do was learn how to be the best in this business. You feel me? And there was people that I saw that came into the business before me that I just wanted guidance. You feel me? Like, I didn't want to ride nobody's coattails. I wasn't trying to fuck or suck nobody to get ahead or throw somebody under the bus. I just wanted the advice and the knowledge to help me become better than what I was the day before. And I couldn't do that. It was because 9 times out of 10, the women that I was wrestling in the beginning of my career was promoters' girlfriends or the owners, mistress or what the fuck ever, and these chicks can't wrestle their way out of a paper bag if they had a box cutter, a blowtorch, or a pair of scissors. But then you want me to put them over, but then they can't lock up without damn near fucking killing themselves, and then it's my fault. Well, if you would have kept them out of the ring, we would have all been great. But no, you decided to put them in there because she can suck a good dick. Great. Don't put her in there with me. Put her in there with somebody else that's about as trash as her, and then you got it. And that's what it was, like I end up getting that. And like, I'm pretty sure people will be like, wow, like that's rude, but it's true. Like, majority of the women that I wrestled at first in the beginning of my career was ring rats. Women that was sleeping with promoters to get ahead and had no skills. But as long as they sucked a good dick, hey, they got over. They're a champion, and that's not me throwing salt. This is shit that I experienced and I watched for myself. You feel me? Like,
real world experiences,
I watched this happen in front of me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So it got to the point women didn't want to wrestle me no more. So I was like, yo, either I quit or I expand my horizon to see how it is wrestling men. And I remember I was on the verge of quitting, and Awesome Kong. I was a huge fan A major still fan. She's like family to me. I was in the 5-6 years of my wrestling career, and I was ready to quit because it was hard, because women didn't want to wrestle me, or it was this, oh, she's unsafe, and all this other stuff, and bookers didn't want to book me, and then plus I had my morals, so I was fully covered. I wasn't showing, my tits. I wasn't showing my ass. Like, I was covered. I felt like for me, I didn't need to have my ass and my tits out to get over that I was a professional wrestler. You feel me? My work that I do in that ring is going to show why I'm here. A lot of people didn't see it that way. They just saw it as me being disrespectful or whatever and whatnot. And so I remember Kong talked to me, gave me like massive words of encouragement. It was like, you got to stay in it. There's not enough thick black women in wrestling. Like, I still remember it like it was yesterday. And I stayed in, man. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna wrestle guys. And I transcended. Was it easy? No, it was fucking not. Oh my God. It was hard at first because, people who don't know, I'm from Texas. So, anything that has to do with a man facing a woman, even though they're, you know what? I'm not gonna say that. This is live. Hey, fix it. Fix it. Shout out to my best friend Isaiah Wolf, helped me on my anger management.
Keeping everything controlled and balanced. And...
yeah, I'm about to say something, but we good. It's
we might have a different platform for that too. You never know. Like
you can't. My thing is, you can't say a man fighting a woman is not family oriented when you have a woman coming out with a G-string so far up her ass you can damn near see her G-spot, and she's grinding on the ropes, but then that's family oriented when you have a whole bunch of kids fucking front row.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's about, like, we could get into the semantics behind it, but it's, yeah, you're absolutely not wrong. 100%.
So that's what I had to deal with in Texas. And it was hey, such and such didn't make it. You cancel. Can you go out there and work them? And but I need you to put them over. Sure, whatever you need. And then the guys, I can't hit a woman. I said, I'm sorry, what? They're gonna boo me. I said, you trust me? You're cool, LaLa. Yeah. Just trust me. And so he went out there, he talked his shit, and was like, open challenge. I came out, crowd went stupid. His face is just like, everybody's like, yo, you have to get fucked up, bro. And that's exactly what happened in the match. And when he did fight back, it wasn't a riot. It wasn't to the point to where people was going to be like, oh shit, you're beating a woman, you're a woman beater. It was like, yo, this was a good ass fucking match. And so from there, slowly but surely, 9 times out of 10, the matches that I started having started being more intergender than they were women's matches. Because for me, and this is not a knock at no women wrestlers, for me personally, I learned more getting in the ring with men than I do women. Reason why I do is because a lot of women that I've wrestled, a lot of women have egos. You feel me? And a lot of women, not all women wrestlers, but there's a few women wrestlers who are self-entitled and have egos, and don't want to do certain things or don't want you to chop them because they just got their boobs done or what the fuck ever. It's just it's too much. Like, I'm worrying more about the drama or the bullshit you're about to say than worrying about the match and like how I'm going to learn shit. So like when I get in the ring with men, it's I learn so much, man, and it makes me better than what I already am. And that's the only thing that I've ever wanted, was to be better than what I was the day before. Like, the only way that I'm going to get better is to wrestle people better than me, that's going to push me to be better than what I was the day before. I can't get better and be the better version of myself if I'm not wrestling somebody that's pushing me to bring out that better version of myself.
Preach. I want to bring you back and just get you to talk into the mic. I could just record you talking. Like, that's all I got to do. I just hit play and just be like, LaLa, what do you think about this? And then just hit record and just let you do your thing. That's what we need to do. Let's move forward in your career just a little bit. You've got the 3 letters on your chest. CZW. This is kind of a two-part question. What was it like kind of breaking into that company? Getting in there, getting your foot in the door, and now you're such a regular feature focus on every card they put out. You're regular in the promotion, and what's kind of like the locker room vibe like now in 2023 for you guys?
So I first showed up, and like I'm about to drop some names real quick because I never forget the people that have been there for me genuinely and watched out for me as well as my well-being. Um, Aja Pereira. Everybody knows Aja Pereira. She is the first black woman referee in the WWE. Before then, and she was still on the indies. That's like my baby sis. I love Aja very much. Her family has been nothing but amazing to me. Her sister, everything. I've had the pleasure of traveling with them. Honestly, if it wasn't for Aja, I never would have been able to go to WSU, let alone finally get here. The thing that a lot of people don't know is I'm a huge fan of CZW. And I always wanted to be a part of CZW. I didn't want to be a part of everybody killing each other in the death match. That shit just was really crazy. And I was like, yo, if I did that, I'm gonna throw a fluorescent tube at somebody and I'm gonna run. Crazy shit. But I'm crazy. Like that was before I started getting into the shit that I got into in wrestling. But monologuing, back at it. So it's time for Raw. So legitimately, hey, tablet. So look, we're good.
Yeah, living that life. You get it.
I got you. So like legitimately, if it wasn't for Aja, I wouldn't have been able to go to WSU. I remember Aja hit me up. It was 2015. And she was like, hey, I'm wrestling at WSU. They want me to bring a squad with them. Would you be down, to be part of my squad? And I was like, don't fuck with me right now. I said, don't bullshit me, bro. I said, fuck yeah, I am. And legitimately, that's where it started at. And sure enough, we got in the car. We drove, and I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. We drove from Rome, Georgia to Voorhees, New Jersey.
That's a drive.
You feel me? So that part. So that's why I said, I went up there and I was a huge fan of DJ Hides because I just liked the way he just knocked people the fuck out with his lariat. Like I'm a big advocate on lariats because I studied JBL and I studied Stan Hansen. Those are two people that I watched just.
I mean, those are two pretty solid lariats.
And I was like, yo, I'm sharp, but I can fucking throw that shit. And I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm excited, and sure enough, man, I went up there. I've been trying to find a way and network with people to get up there, and once again, people just bullshit me. I don't know who to talk to, but then I see you on the fucking flyer. Make this make sense to me. So I finally get up there. I go out there. I have my first match. I come in the back, and DJ's like, yo, I fucking love you, yo. He's like, you're definitely coming back. You're going to be our Samoa Joe, Aja Kong. I said, yo. And that was in my mind, too, because, I fuck with both of them like that. And I was like, oh, I knew it was the match made in heaven. Let's fucking go. And from that day on, they built me as the monster that I wanted to be. I like fighting and fucking people up, man. You feel me? I don't, the win and loss ratio don't really matter to me. You feel me? I just like getting in the ring and beating the fuck out of my opponent, bro. And just seeing how much fucking hurt and pain that I can put on my opponent until that bell rings again and it is over. That's all I care about. Rage, chaos, violence, that fuels my soul, man. And that's all I be about. And so the fact that they let me be me, man, that meant so much to me because I've been in so many promotions to where they've tried to not tell me I couldn't be me. I had to be something else, and it meant the most to me, man. And I was with WSU ever since, and me and Su Young became the WSU World Tag Team Champions. Our tag team name is Young and Ruthless. We are still the WSU World Tag Team Champions, the longest reigning WSU World Tag Team Champions. And I got hurt for a year and a half. Almost lost my life due to my chronic skin disease and all the crazy shit that I have going on. And I could truthfully say that legitimately, when I came back, it's like I never left. Open arms. Even when I was out, the one reason why I rock with CZW so hard is because it's not just a brand. It's family. You know, it's a way of life. I don't give a fuck who's talked hot shit about CZW. I say this shit and I stick to it. I stay 10 toes down for CZW. That'll never change. I don't care how many people that didn't talk bullshit about CZW. These are the same people that won't come and talk it in nobody's face. So you talking shit on Instagram, Twitter, or anything is null and void because you're a pussy and you can't say it to our face. DJ has, man, I try to get emotional because like it's hard being in this business. It's hard being a woman in this business. It's hard being a black woman in a business that is preceded as a predominantly white man sport. So when I get people that see the vision that I'm trying to do and they rock with me with actions and not words that mean something to me, and DJ and all of CZW has never disrespected me, has never been racist, sexist, nothing negative towards me, has never made me feel uncomfortable. Nothing has done nothing but welcome me with open arms. And I've seen the bullshit that other people try to say that they went through and all that. And like I said, at the end of the day, that's not my business. It's not my problem. What is my business is this company has rocked with me, and I'd be damned if I'm gonna change up for anything. Loyalty flow means a lot to me, and that has never changed. And just to be where I'm at now at CZW, a lot of people that I wanted to wrestle at other promotions and on other shows, to where they would say, "Hey, you know, we appreciate you being here, and you're a real gem, and we're gonna get you these matches and stuff." But when push came to shove, it was all talk. You feel me? Like, I wanted to wrestle Fred High, and I've had the opportunity to wrestle Fred High. You know, I've had the opportunity to wrestle people that I wanted to wrestle for a while. You feel me? And I can elevate and become better than what I am, man. Like, yo, I got to be on a show with Kenta, who is by far a cool fucking dude that was like, yo, I'll wrestle you. Like, yo, Kenta, don't fuck with me. Like, yo, I'll call every sponsor I know right now and get them to sponsor this shit. Like, we will fucking shut down the whole United States. Kenta versus Ruthless LaLa. Yeah, I'm gonna have haters that are gonna be talking bullshit, but they can suck my dick. I don't care. Ruthless LaLa versus Kenta on any fucking match banner is gonna be money.
Yeah.
Fuck how you feel, you know. So it's CZW has let me be me, and they've never tried to change me, and they've done nothing but show me love and loyalty, and I'm gonna give that same love and loyalty back, you know. And so to be making my own history and my own journey with my best friend, and we're like killing everybody in CZW, you know what I'm saying? It's amazing, because we were just at each other's throat for a whole year last year, you know, like trying to literally end each other. And now, you know, like, we're fucking up all type of competitions, whether it's singles, whether it's tag, you know, like, we ain't playing, you know, like, can't nobody shut us down, bro. Like, we're the defiant ones, man. You know, like, you say no, we gonna fucking kick another door open and show you yes. So CZW has done nothing but show me mad love, and has rocked with me, and has been there for me through every aspect that I could ever imagine. And I massively appreciate them, and I will forever rock CZW, even when I get a contract, even if I'm in Japan, no matter where the fuck I'm at. This is not changing. Like, I will forever rock CZW.
If that question got you going, then this one definitely will. One of the things you kind of touched on it a little bit, not only is wrestling a male dominated field, but historically speaking, it's been in the South a very white dominant field. You know what I mean? One of the things we just covered in our Black History Month episode, we talked about people of color that revolutionized the business. One of them that came up was Sweet Georgia Brown, one of the first African American people of color, especially a female, to be a wrestling champion. And we kind of went through history. There hasn't been a whole lot, but the short list of African American females that have helped revolutionize the business, like your name has started popping up in the last couple of years of people that are kicking down doors. What does it feel like to kind of have your name thrown in that gambit now with some of the women that have revolutionized the sport, and now you're becoming one of them?
I really wish I could fucking get that goddamn memo, because I didn't even fucking know that. Shit. Yo, like, holy shit, really? Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I had no fucking idea. Legitimately had no fucking idea. But to hear that, that's all I've ever wanted, man. Like, you know, a lot of people get in to do it for the fame, the money, and, you know, and everything. For me, I want a contract just so my family is financially stable. I don't want a contract to get like houses and cars and, you know, no, I really just want that contract so my mom and my kids are straight and they don't need anything. And I can still be out here, you know what I'm saying? In these wrestling streets, you feel me, doing hood rat shit with my friends, you know what I mean? Like having a fucking blast, you know, continue to fuck up the church's money, you know, and it won't bother me, because the main thing that I worry about is my family. You know, like, as long as my family is okay, as long as my family and people who are dear to my heart are good, I don't want nothing. I don't, you know, so just to get that contract and my family's financially stable, that's all I fucking need, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm a very simple person, you know, like I'm super simple. So to hear that, that's all I ever wanted, man. Validation means a lot to me in the wrestling business. I have an 18-year-old and a 16-year-old. Well, 19 and 16, you know, because they're going to be 19 and 16 this year. And I want to leave a legacy behind. You feel me? Like, my son is talking about wrestling. You feel me? And like my daughter, you know, I don't know what she wants to do, but you know, the one thing that I said is I want to leave a legacy behind. You feel me? I want that anytime you mention my name, you get the, oh, that was one bad motherfucker. Like, yo, like she plays no fucking. Your mama's Ruthless LaLa? Bruh. Bro, like, yo, she fucked me up 3 years ago. You feel me? Like, that's the and that's all I ever wanted, was to feel like I mattered in wrestling. You feel me? Like, I never went trying to, you know, be something I'm not, or trying to, you know, do the most. Like, I never try to be like, hey, y'all respect me because I'm this and I'm that. No, bro. I just want the validation, you know, and that's the one thing that always irritated me, because it's like, I never got that from Texas, my hometown, which is why I left, because it was always well, we don't really consider you as a female wrestler because you wrestle like a dude. And it's the shit that I heard. Or, you know, because you rough. Anytime they would mention women's names in, you know, Texas, it would always be all these other people, and I never get mentioned. And the reason would be, you wrestle like a dude. And I'm like, that doesn't. It's not a good.
What? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm sorry, because like Triple H was like in his zone, and I was like, what is he talking about?
I like it. All right, LaLa. This is the easy part. This is also, you know, the one random part of the evening. We've done all the damage we can do here. Everything starts to wind down, but I always end with 5 random questions. Usually have nothing to do with wrestling. Yours are queued up. You ready?
Let's go.
All right. You're on the road. What's your favorite fast food stop?
So actually, I've actually gotten better to this. So when I'm on the road, I don't get fast food stops no more. It's kind of just more like rest stops, and they be having like all these like restaurants in one. One of the things that I love the most is Panda Express, Nathan's, and Dunkin's. But 9 out of 10, it's always Dunkin's.
All right. What's your favorite movie?
Harlem Night.
Great pick. Do you believe in aliens?
Man, I'm not gonna hold you. I do, because it like I don't just believe in aliens. Like I believe there's like that's another story for another time. Yes, I'm gonna keep going. Yep.
All right, this is a would you rather. Would you rather never get hungry again or never get thirsty again?
Damn, that's a good one.
Make you think. Ask the tough questions.
Because if I never get thirsty again, but if I don't get thirsty again, does it mean that I'm gonna be dehydrated and I'm gonna die, or I just stay hydrated?
You just stay hydrated. You don't either. You give up being hungry and you never have to eat again, or you give up being thirsty and never have to drink again.
Damn. Even though I want that 6-pack, bro. Like I'm gonna go with the water because I like eating food, bro. And I like cooking and eating food. So yeah.
I like food way too much to give it up. All right, got your last one. Super serious question. Do you think a hot dog is a sandwich? Of everything I've asked, this is the one that's left you speechless.
Because I done went through this shit with myself already. There's been times where like I've had like, like beef sausage or like hot dogs and shit, to where like I didn't always just want to put it on a fucking bun, so I'll cut that fucker in half and make me a fucking hot dog sandwich. So yes, hot dogs are sandwiches. There you go.
All right, LaLa, this is everybody's favorite part of the episode. I don't have to say anything. This is where you plug your stuff, put yourself over, tell everybody what you got coming down the pipe and what's going on.
Oh shit, let's fucking go. Oh shit, Roman's coming out. Oh, he about to cut somebody out. Oh shit. All right. You can catch me on Twitter at Ruthless LaLa. You can catch me on Instagram, straight Ruthless one, STR8 the number. No, wait. STR the number 8, RUTHLESS1. The number 1, not the letter. Oh no, not the word. See, all just combobulated. Hey Roman. Rar. Okay. Back here. Haha. Facebook, Ruthless LaLa. You can catch me on Twitch and TikTok. Miss What That Lariat Do. If you don't like cursing, I wouldn't suggest you come to my stream, because I have a tendency of having a lot of Tourette syndrome moment when I'm playing video games. I'm on God of War Ragnarok, so don't argue with me. Argue with your mama, respectfully, disrespectfully. And shout out to my squad, Prolific. Shout out to CZW. Shout out to Pro Wrestling Magic. Shout out to Pro Wrestling R. Shout out to RSW. Shout out to Gen Pro. I feel like I'm free. Shout out to Battle Club. I can't forget them. Those are my peoples. Shout out to Garden State Pro Wrestling. We're gonna say that for right now. Shout out to my trainer, Sexy Steve DeMarco. I appreciate him. Without his wisdom or knowledge, I wouldn't be able to be the ruthless individual I am now. Shout out to my mother for having me and for raising me the right way. Shout out to my kids, Charlotte and Keisha. I love y'all. Thank y'all for just supporting me and giving me the strength that I need to keep pushing forward. Shout out to my goofy little brother, who I love very much dearly, Deshaun Pratt. He's so silly, but I massively love and appreciate him for always being there when I needed an ear and never giving me judgment. Shout out to Smart Psychology Podcast. Shout out to Go for the Pen Podcast. Shout out to 808s. Oh, shit. Shout out to Public Enemy Podcast. I feel like I'm forgetting for somebody. All the podcasts. Sushi Boy Podcast. Shout out to them. I fucks with them. Those are my people. Love them to death. If I forgot anybody, I swear to God, I'm not doing it on purpose. I love y'all. Shout out to motherfucking Joe K, the master of highlights. If it wasn't for this man always catching my good sides and me fucking people up, I don't think that I'll be out there how I am. So massive shout out to Joe K. I love him very dearly. He always catches the good side of me fucking up people, and it's beautiful. April 12th, you can catch me at Battle Club Pro, Women Crush Wednesday. April 12th here in Brooklyn, New York. It will be myself going up against Kyoko and Edith. It's the first time for me that I get to wrestle these women. I'm just gonna knock their fucking heads off and go on by my day. Then on the 15th, you can catch me at CZW in Blackwood, New Jersey. I don't know who I'm beating the fuck out of there, but definitely show up to see who I fuck up. If you use the promo code LaLa or Wolf, I believe you get 20% off. You can't beat that. Shout out to my sponsors, Grow Gang and Clap Cleats. If you would like to get Clap Cleats so you can clap cheeks in the sheets, go to clapcleats.com, type in Ruthless LaLa for the promo code. You get 15% off. You know what it is. You know what it is. Shout out to Grow Gang. Got the best edibles in the world. I love and appreciate these guys so much. Their medicine helps my body recharge a lot faster than what it would normally. And it also helps like the chronic skin disease that I have that just fucking me up. Last but not least, shout out to my best friend Isaiah Wolf. He has been my rock. He has literally had my back and has been here for me when I have been by far in the worst possible scenarios, stages, moods, everything, man. He done watched out for me, and like he is a true best friend, and I appreciate him having my back, man, and going on this crazy ass journey with me as we commence to continue to fuck up people. And May 20th, I know I'm skipping some shows, but May 20th is the best of the best tournament. It will be in Havre de Grace, Maryland. Like I said, my best friend Isaiah Wolf is in the best of the best alongside with Rich Swan, Alex Kane, Myron Reed. The list goes on, and they're still announcing people. But it don't matter. I have nothing but 1,000% faith in my best friend, and I support him to infinity and beyond. And I know what he's capable of. And the one thing that he is massively capable of is walking in and walking out the new CZW World Heavyweight Champion. And I'm gonna be there to support him regardless, you know, win, lose, draw, what the fuck ever. Like, we've been on a manifestation and we've been calling our shot and we ain't missed yet. So ain't for the start now. So respectfully. And I believe that's everybody. Smart Psychology Podcast, I love y'all. Venom and Smoke Podcast, I love y'all. Y'all the wind beneath my wings.
I know the boys at Smart Psychology. We've crossed paths a few times.
J Classic and King Sir Mac. Those are my little bros. I want to punch them in their esophagus, but I love them and I'm mad proud of them every fucking day.
Your shout outs were very similar to mine. We our circles overlap in more than a few places. Some of the guys you were talking about, Pro Wrestling Magic, some of those guys, some of our circles overlap. We'll talk
High side of the ropes. Shout out to them guys too, because those my people. Like,
another one of those circles.
Yep.
All right. Well, I appreciate you coming on and chat about some wrestling with me this evening. It looks like we're both about to turn this off and to dive about nose deep into some Raw. So
yeah, because I'm looking and Cody's like, I ain't done with you yet, bitch. So
for the Ruthless LaLa, I am the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, my people.
Respect.